Chapter 1. Nice to meet you, Kendra. Sorry I'm late. I'm Dean Halley. Kendra Michaels stood and shook hands with the handsome man who had just dashed into the Gaslamp bar and restaurant. She was experiencing a sinking feeling. Halley's smile was a couple shades too white. He was also too good-looking and too well-dressed. He breathed casual elegance and easy charm. Mom, what have you gotten me into? Halley's brows rose. You are Kendra, right? Yes, she forced a smile. Sorry I had to cancel last week. Things got complicated. He shrugged. It happens. But we're here now, so that's what matters. He was also too polite. Oh, for God's sake, give the guy a break. It was her mother's first attempt at arranging a blind date, and anyone but Kendra would have said that she'd done well. Of course, the evening was still young. Kendra had come straight from the office, where she had conducted 5 music therapy sessions back-to-back. Her clients couldn't have been more different from each other, ranging in age from 8 months to 92 years. Her techniques varied for each patient, with simple mood-soothing music for some, with more complex exercises to draw out others who were autistic and emotionally withdrawn. Not all would respond to her techniques, but she had high hopes for a few of them. Despite the presence of this charming and too perfect man in front of her, she wanted nothing more than to go home and write up her impressions while the sessions were still fresh in her mind. Don't let him see it. She had promised Mom. She smiled. Yes, that's all that matters. They took a booth in the bar and placed their drink orders. Dean drummed his fingers on the tabletop. Your mother told me a lot about you, but I forgot almost all of it instantly. Now that was both honest and promising. You sure know how to flatter a girl. It's not because I wasn't interested. I was. But after she told me you used to be blind, I had trouble thinking about anything else. Way to go, Mom. She actually led with that? Good salesmanship. I was intrigued. I don't need anyone to sell me. What you see is what you get. Of course you don't. Poor choice of words. I'm sure you're as leery of setups as I am. What exactly did she say to convince you to go out with me? She said if I didn't, she would use her keys to scratch disparaging things about me on the hood of my car. He smiled that charming smile again. She didn't really say that. She did, and she said she would let all my plants die the next time I had to attend an overseas conference. So you see, I had little choice. Now it's my turn to be flattered. I think she was joking, at least about the car. This would make some interesting fodder for the next departmental dinner. Do you mind if I tell the other faculty members? She smiled. I wish you would. Though from what I understand, it probably wouldn't surprise anyone. Ask around. She's made quite a reputation for herself. He chuckled. You're right about that. Dean and her mother, Professor Kendra Michaels, were both history professors at the University of California campus in La Jolla. Mom had been cooking this date up practically from the time Halley had taken over the post the previous spring, but as Kendra's eyes darted over him, she went still with surprise. How interesting. Did Mom have any idea that Halley— So you were born blind? He asked. She sipped her wine, still trying to process her observations. Yes. And I stayed that way for the first 20 years of my life. Incredible. And 2 surgical procedures later, you now see perfectly. I don't know perfectly, but well enough. Probably better than you without your contact lenses. He raised his eyebrows. If you could see that in this lighting, then you're doing all right. She nodded toward the bar's street window.